So most of you know that we have a scholarship here at St. Paul's, a fairly significant one actually, that we give out each year to a promising seminary student at one of our Presbyterian colleges here in Canada. So this year, our recipient is his name is Gerald Gallant, and he lives not too far away. He lives in London. So because I'm always looking for a good excuse to hop in the car and hit the highway, I decided that instead of just mailing the letter to him, informing him of the good news, that I'd actually go for a cruise. So Kyungsoo and I went down yesterday, and we had quite a long visit actually on his front step. He's a really engaging guy. So if all goes well with our reopening plans, if we're going to be worshiping together as we anticipate in the near future, he'll actually come down and he'll spend a Sunday with us. So we're tentatively looking at the first Sunday of October that he would come and lead us in worship, and we'll get to meet him. We'll get to spend a little bit of time with him. So that's kind of exciting. Now, actually, the real thing that I wanted to talk about this morning, not that the scholarship isn't real because it's awesome stuff. On the way down, I was listening to an interview on CBC with a singer-songwriter, William Prince. He's, I believe, Anishinaabe Canadian, out in, I think, Manitoba. Anyway, he said something that just absolutely floored me. During the interview, he said, "Find what you love and let it kill you." And as soon as he said that, I had to pause and really consider that. It's not necessarily a new concept, but the way in which he said it is just so forthright and straightforward, and it grabs you, right? Find what you love and let it kill you. For him, I think when he's speaking about find what you love, he's saying find that thing that is the highest good. Find that thing that is the most noble thing, the thing that calls to you deep in your soul, right? And evokes those feelings of love within you, right? So that thing that calls out the very best in you. Seek that thing and let it kill you. Now, for those of us who are Christians, we would identify that as God, right? So God is that highest, most noble thing, the thing that calls out the very best in us, our truest nature. Let it kill you, let it consume you. Now, some of us might react to that and go, hang on a second, that's not good at all. But we're all going to be consumed by something. We're going to give our lives to something. We're already doing so, whether we do it consciously or not. So the quick way to find out is look at, what do you spend your time doing? What do you spend your money on? Where does your attention go? What are the things that you think about? And these are the things that we're giving our lives to, right? So for some of us, it might be a job, a great career of some kind. It could be family. It could be a car. It could be a sports team. It could be an organization that we belong to, that some charitable organization or helping organization. But the point is that we are letting our lives be consumed by something, right? And I think for some people, we have a reaction of fear when we actually think about this, right? When we do it without thinking, it doesn't really matter, right? But when we think about letting something kill us, there's issues of identity. But I think also that when we think about this burning bush, we think about what was going on out in the desert with Moses. The bush was constantly being burned off, but it was also being renewed. And actually what's happening is that when we're consumed by something, especially something good, right, something noble, it burns off everything that's old, all the dead wood, so that everything that's left is only that which is oriented towards that highest, most noble thing, which for us is God. So that act of being consumed is actually a purification, right? So we're burning off all the stuff that's actually in our way, even though we might be attached to it. But those very things that are holding us back from the highest good. And we end up, in the end, as single-minded, single-purpose beings, right? That we're focused and we're effective and capable. So what ends up happening through this consummation, this dying, is that we actually don't lose our higher self. We only lose our base self. So that which was only holding us back in the first place anyway. The rapper Eminem, he famously says, "Lose yourself." Right? That's one of his songs, one of my favorites. I actually really like that song. But I think that Eminem was kind of cribbing from Jesus. I think Jesus said that first. He's recorded as saying in Luke 9, if any of you want to be my disciples, deny yourselves, right? You have to deny yourself and pick up your cross and follow me. For all those who are trying to hold on to and save their lives, they're going to lose it. But those who lose their lives willingly for my sake, they will save it. So there's that same image of if we stop holding on to all that stuff that we think that we are and let it go for a higher good, right? We lose our lives, not just to lose our lives, but for Jesus' sake, right? So we're seeking out that thing which we love, and that thing which in turn loves us. And we die to it, right? We just we let our own desires fade away. We focus on the desires of the other. And when we die to ourselves, that actually means that we're living for something or someone else. And that's really what that means, because we're not actually dying. We're just dying to ourselves. So therefore, if we're living for somebody else, is that not the very essence of love? To place somebody else's needs higher than your own. That is exactly what love is. Paul urges us to present ourselves as living sacrifices, which again is in that same vein. But I think for now I'm going to stick with William Prince's phraseology, because it's just absolutely stunning. Seek that which you love, and let it kill you.